everyone. Hi. Welcome. See if I can make this a little bit less brighter. See? Hey everyone. My first TikTok live. Welcome. Hi. Now we're just gonna jump in and get started so I don't run into a loud husband getting home from work. The usual. Welcome everyone. Hi, my name is Mary Rosie. I am a self-taught nail artist. I'm not an impersonator, but an artist. We're going to be using some Pampered Pretties dip powders to do a full dip powder manicure, and then we're going to put a Waterslide decal. So we have Dewdrop, which is this gorgeous purple shimmer. Is that the name? Yeah, Dewdrop. I am a brand ambassador for them, so my jars come with a little bit less, and sometimes they come unlabeled because I get them before they release. And then this blue color is Blissful Breeze. Hello. And it is the same shimmery version as the purple, but it's actually blue. Beautiful. And then I'm also going to be using an older color called French Kiss, and this one is just a white, and I'm using this because we're going to be putting some Waterslide decals, which are also from Pampered Pretties, and the Waterslide decals, I might use either one of these or both of these. So hello Trammy, I'm sorry, hi. So we'll do the Waterslide decals, and they look best over white. So that's why I'm choosing to do the white, and I might do it on 2 nails. It just depends. And then I'm also going to be using Pampered Pretties dip powder liquids. So that is what you will see. So let's just go on and get started. I think I want to do purple. You do nails as well? How long you been doing nails? I think I want to do purple on, let's see, so I guess let's figure out where we want to do the decals. So I typically like to do my decal on my ring finger. If I do 2, I'll probably do these 2. So I think we'll do purple, blue. Just a smidge of blue, purple, and white, because the decals are going to be on these. You do Gel X? I do Gel X as well, Trammy. This is Gel X, and last night I did rubber base for this super light pink shimmer, or super light pink color that I have on my nails right now. Alright, so let's put, I have peel base on, so that's why my nails look shiny. So the peel base is just going to allow me to pop these off easily. If y'all are in the shopping mood, Pampered Pretties is an amazing company with gorgeous dip powders, and they have their own, look at that shimmer, their own dip liquid collection as well. I currently live in Georgia, just north of Atlanta. Been here about 6 years, and I grew up in Boston, but I have lived all over. So nice, even, thin layers. And if anybody is interested, I do have a discount code with Pampered Pretties. It is MERY15, and that'll get you 15%, which I think is an excellent amount off. Here is, you're from California. Is that where you live right now? So 1 layer, I should say. I will do 2. That's my typical. I do 2 layers, and let me just grab my. No, I guess I don't have it. I thought I had my little. I typically do 2 layers of color. So we'll do 2 layers of color. If I was doing a chunky glitter, I only do 1 layer. You haven't done your nails? I haven't been doing them as often as... Whoops, don't mind that. I haven't been doing them as often as I used to, just because I've been more busy with work and stuff, but I used to do my nails every day. Sometimes I still do, but like on a day off, like today, I will do my nails multiple times just because I have promos and things like that that I have to post for. And we are going away for spring break next week, and I want to make sure we catch up on, or I should say, I want to make sure I catch up on things that I have that are due. I spilled my liquid. I'm just making sure I clean it off before it's dry. And my little cuticle cleanup tool, I swore I had it right here. Double check one more time. I'm just looking for it real quick. I thought I had it. Don't know where it is. I have a Pampered Pretties one, which is the one I wanted to use. Can't find it. So I'm just gonna use this. See how that already started drying? Okay. So one more layer on this nail. And then we will encapsulate them in clear once we're all done. Okay. Then I will upload this to my YouTube channel. When I'm done here, it is the same name. And then the picture will be up, the final picture I should say, will be up on my TikTok, which is same name, Maniology Dips. Alright, so we have 2 layers of Dewdrop, 2 layers of Dewdrop. And I'm just going to cover it up. I don't spill it. I'm pretty good at spilling. I'm pretty sure that I probably spilled that when I was swatching it. And Blissful Breeze is this blue one. And I like these two together. I've been dying to use this Waterslide sheet since it came out. I don't know, sometime last year is when it came out. And I just wanted the perfect colors to go with it, and here we are. So pretty, there's that blue. Love it. I haven't used either one of these. I've used several other colors that came in this collection. A pink and a peachy one. And I think there's another one that I used a glitter, I believe. And these are all still available on pamperedpretties.com. Just moving my finger to the side because I'm really good at skipping or flooding that edge on that side of my pinky. Okay, that's how it's looking right now. So pretty. I think these colors are gonna pull a lot, especially once the water slides. Really pretty. And then our white. It's got pretty good coverage at 1 layer of it. So it just depends on how well you apply your base. will depend on how good of a coverage you get, if that makes sense. If your base coat's on a little bit streaky, then you'll definitely need 2 layers. Oh, thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate you. And actually, that pink that I have rubber base underneath, it's super light, and it is making this pull super light pink, which I think is okay. The second layer will look more white. So we're gonna get our first layer on this nail as well. We're using Maniology sticky base coat to put on our Waterslide decals. That's my go-to, and it works really well for me. And so I tried it and it worked. I just didn't try anything else. Alright, so this is what we are looking like. This is Blissful Breeze, Dewdrop, and French Kiss, and these are from Pampered Pretties. I still have to do another layer on these to make them a little bit more opaque, and then we're going to be using these decals also from Pampered Pretties. Super pretty. They're not stickers, those are Waterslide decals. If you're not familiar with those, they just have to be applied with, or you have to put water on them, or put them in water so that they get separated from the paper backing, and then you have to apply them. They apply best if you put them on something sticky, which is why I use Maniology sticky base coat. It does work if you do gel base and then apply them. I just didn't like the way that it didn't let me smooth it out as much as I wanted to, so I stuck with Maniology sticky base coat for applying my decals, and it's worked just fine for me. So if it's working, I say don't break it. And so you see how 2 layers and 1 layer definitely pulls more white. And you can do 3 if you wanted to. You could honestly do 3 and not clear encapsulate it if you want it to be more opaque. I do have to say the pink rubber base I have on underneath is making it pull just a tiny bit more pink than it actually is. It is white, but my rubber base is pulling it pink underneath. Make sure we absorb. I keep hitting the bottom of the jars, but I have a teeny little spot right there where a little buff and file. Alright, so French White, Dewdrop, and Blissful Breeze. I keep forgetting the name of the blue one. I don't know why. I want to make the blue one Dewdrop, but it's not. And then we used our let me just pull this out. We used our white or dip base. Hello everyone. We used our dip base to apply the 2 layers of each color. Now I am going to use Pampered Pretties clear, which is one of my favorite clears. If you've never used them, it is an amazing clear dip powder to use. So I like to go in with a soft brush, and then in the end, when we have encapsulated in clear dip powder, I do go in with a stiff brush to remove all that excess. Everything gets encapsulated in clear. Now make sure, if you've never used clear dip powder, it does look white, so just make sure you have your white covered somewhere else, because if not, you'll accidentally pick it up. They look exactly the same. We don't want to, I mean, I guess we could encapsulate this in white and not be bothered by it, but the others, not so much. So clear. I'm dipping in here twice just to absorb the dip into the liquid, removing any excess. Okay. And again, we're going right on in there. And I did the white just in case I got any glitter into my brush here, then it wouldn't go on my white. Doesn't truly make a difference if you're doing the decal over it, but if you get into the habit of doing that, then it's just easier later on. You won't have any specks of glitter on your solid nails, especially like on black or a nail that literally shouldn't have any glitter based on your desired design. Desired design. Good. If you're not already following me, I'd appreciate a follow-up back here on Instagram or YouTube. Again, my username for all three is the same, Mary Rosie Dips. Alright, so one layer, one layer, one layer, one layer, and we have this last one to go. So pretty, this blue. I'm not a huge blue fan, but this, I don't know what to call it. I keep wanting to call it Dewdrop, which is not what it is. But it reminds me of the color Dewdrop, so. Okay. I'm gonna close all the things because we're really good at this going. Wiping off any excess. And now, oh, thanks for coming, Kim. Okay, so nice light brush, which this is also from Pampered Pretties. And now I'm going to grab my stiff brush real quick. I was going to say somewhere, maybe somewhere. And the stiff brush, all that does is remove any excess that you've built up in there. And now we're going to activate. So dip powder needs activator to set it and make it hard enough for you to be able to buff and file. If you don't do that, try to file this away, it is going to just come away in chunks because it is not set. It's not hard. And it requires 2 layers, so we're going to go in with our second layer. There's no wait time in between. The only wait time is once you have it applied on all the nails, you just have to wait for it to harden, which usually just takes, if a couple of minutes. And then you hear that tap, tap, tap. That is, there's a difference between these two. So this one is ready, this one's ready. That one's not, that one's not, that one's not. The clickety clack is very different. We're going to be using our Pampered Pretties file and buffer sponge file and regular buffer block. I absolutely love these buffer blocks files and sponge files. They are amazing. And so we're going to buff and file everything. And then you can hear these guys are ready to go, but I'll give that another. Oh, that one's ready to go. Probably because it's a smaller nail. If you spend time on your application, then you will have less work to do as far as buffing and filing. Spend time on your application, you'll have less work to do with buffing and filing. Been my go-to for the last 4 years, and it works great for me. I always recommend people your longest amount of time for doing dip powder should be on your application, and then you don't have to do as much work to buff it and file it. Because when you applied it, you did it, and it's nice and smooth to begin with. Especially when you're working with chunky glitters. You have to do a quick buffing. And then I'll go back in and shape. Any nail enhancement is going to take away from your shaping of the nails, so you still have to go in and kind of just reshape what you were at. And I like to take my file and file along the cuticles like this. That way we're nice and smooth. And I'm doing it, this is a, gosh, this has to be like 180 grit. I don't know exactly what the grit is. It's definitely not 100. It's too smooth to be 100 grit, but I think it's 180. And so that's why I'm going right up on my cuticle, cleaning this up. Getting right on in there with this. Keeping it nice and smooth. I'm gonna need it. Apparently I didn't put activator in the whole nail. So we're gonna activate this a little more. Not gonna hurt it from activating it a little more. I may have attempted to activate a little too quickly. So we'll skip those two nails and move on to these. And these blocks I think are 100, 180, just like the sponge file. Alrighty, so everything looks like it's shaped correctly. These are shaped each. There is a stiff brush once again. Now we are ready to apply our decal. I'll move that out of the way. We'll need a jelly stamper, Maniology sticky base coat, some scissors to cut this out. Let's see. Jelly stamper. Sticky base coat. And a container. And decal. And then of course some water. Let me see if I have a little bit of water in here. You don't need very much water, so okay. Drinking coffee, so take a swig of your coffee. And what I like to do is I actually like to put the sticky base coat on, and this is from Maniology. It is meant for stamping, but I found a dual purpose in it with my decal application. It works great. So I'm applying sticky base coat to the nails that are going to get the decal. And that'll be these two. And while that's drying, I will cut out my decal. So typically, it's easier to do this when you're not doing it with your left hand. I should say, as long as the decal's not on my right hand, because I would be the one to mess it up with pulling the scissors, basically. And then you want to, I like to trace it around so that the smallest amount is kind of going in the water, peaked up, and all that. It's just personal preference on that. And then I'm going to drop one in there. It does not take very long for these to separate. I don't know, 15 seconds if that. I'm just tracing it as if it was drawn on there. Whoops. And we'll grab some tweezers. And then we'll also need acetone. Acetone. And we're going to put acetone in a little container. I'll grab a napkin, so this is clearly dry. And our the first one I dropped was this one, so that one's definitely, gonna be ready. I like to put it on here and then just tap it, and if you slide off back, it comes off just like that. Pretty easy. And I want to put it in this direction. You can really go whichever direction you want. all I'm doing is pressing down and kind of rolling, and it will stick to the sticky base coat, and so the rest of it is kind of around it. And I'm just doing 2 at the same time, but if you don't want to, that is fine. I used to just do 1 at a time and finish one whole one and then go back and grab another one. I've been doing this long enough to where I don't need to do them separate anymore. And then the other one, I'm going to actually place it in the opposite direction. So the more negative space will be at the top versus the bottom. So that's what this looks like. We no longer need our jelly stamper, we no longer need our water, now we just need our acetone and some kind of a much type of brush, or a small cleanup brush maybe. And this is 100% acetone. All I'm doing is touching the decals. I haven't used this type of brush before, but I don't know, or not on this anyway. I don't like it. Let me get it's one of my other brushes, I guess. Let's see. This one might work. So like a little angled brush. So acetone. Okay. Yeah, this one's better. The other one feels a little bit too stiff to. Yeah. See how this is just melting away? That's it. Let it melt away. You don't have to pull. Just touch and melt it. The other brush was just absorbing it too much, maybe. And this one can get right up on the edge here. Up on this edge. Touch this. And we're going to do the same with this guy. And if you wanted to get it a little bit wet right now, again, you could. Just dab your finger. Like if that wasn't stuck right there, like that's not stuck. Yeah. We're going to let that get stuck because it was a little bit dry since I did 2. So we'll clean up the bottom while the top absorbs. There's all that excess. That's part of why I like to cut the excess off, because it's already going to be, I guess depending on what size your nail is. And dry this off just a smidge because I put too much water. And then the acetone cleans that up. Clean it. Teensy little bit tucked in here, which we can file there. Okay, and that's what this looks like. Super cute. And so you can press on this to get out any wrinkles. On the lighter colors, like this one, if I see wrinkles that I can't get out, what I've done in the past is taking a little bit on my brush and just kind of dabbing it out there. And it'll break up the actual wrinkle. Don't do it too much because all that's going to do is rub off the Waterslide. But you can do it on a specific spot that's got a wrinkle that you want to get out. Now this part is done, and I like to encapsulate my Waterslide decals in gel. So we are actually going to use 2-in-1 gel from Maniology, or from Pampered Pretties. I just have to find one because it was somewhere. Let's see. There it is. So my Pampered Pretties 2-in-1 base and top coat. You basically do one layer, you cure it, and you do it again, and it will be nice and shiny, just like if you had done one layer of gel base and one layer of gel top coat. So since we're finishing it off in gel, we don't have to do 2 layers of we don't have to do activator. And I do go right into my Waterslide with gel liquids with no issue. If you are using dip liquids to finish your manicure, because we just did a dip manicure, you want to make sure that you do Maniology smudge free top coat first. Let that dry, and then you can activate the nail and then do regular top coat. You don't want to do dip base or dip top coat right on that Waterslide because it's going to melt it. And you do not want to activate right on the Waterslide either. Again, because it will melt it. I'm just going to do gel on all of them because I have the decal. This is just personal preference. I just like to do it and have a decal on right now. And I will do 4 fingers and flash cure that, and then I will do the thumb, and then we'll fully cure. Actually, I'm putting them on pretty fast, so I'll just do the thumb also. Sometimes if I feel like I'm doing it too slow, then I want to make sure that my gel doesn't run, so I'll flash cure it. The 2-in-1 from Pampered Pretties is pretty viscous, so it doesn't run as much as the regular gel base would. And we're gonna cure that I cure for 30 seconds, but I have the 2-in-1 Hybrid Pro Gel Beauty lamp. I don't have an issue curing for 30 seconds. I've had lamps in the past before that I have to cure for 60 seconds. But if it cures in 30, then I would say you're good to go. So there's one layer. Now it's probably going to be tacky right now. I don't want to touch it because I don't want to mess it up. But it'll be tacky because this is a 2-in-1. So 2 layers is what's required for it to be in full effect of non-sticky shiny. Make sure it's nice and even. That one. Let's get the nail. And again, you can find the dip powders, the Waterslide, the dip liquids, and the 2-in-1 on pamperedpretties.com. Oh, and the buffers, and then the Maniology sticky base coat, and I think I use my Maniology little angled cleanup brush as well, and that's on Maniology.com. And then the jelly stamper is actually also from Pampered Pretties. They just came out with those within the last month. Hasn't been very long. Okay, and then we're going to cure that. For 30 seconds, and once that's cured, all we have to do is put some oil on it. That's what that looks like. So let's get some oil on this. And I currently am hooked on actually body butter, not oil, from Candy Skincare. And I'll apply this awesomeness to all of my hands. This helps put the moisture back in, where you took it off from buffing and filing, and put it underneath the nail just to hydrate. Now these pictures, or the pictures of this manicure, will be up on my TikTok here shortly. Just gotta actually get off the lat and take my pictures, and then I'll download this video and put it on my YouTube for anyone who wants to rewatch. And then I'll also be posting it on the Pampered Pretties Facebook group. If you're not a member, go ahead and request. So Dewdrop, Sweet, oh I already forgot. No, Blissful Breeze. Blissful Breeze is this blue, and then the white is French Kiss. French Kiss is the white under here, and then the decals are Soaring Blooms, also from Pampered Pretties, and 2-in-1 gel base and top coat for finishing it off, and dip base activator to do the manicure, also from Pampered Pretties, and then Maniology sticky base coat for applying the decal, and then the rest of the supplies I will link underneath the video once I post it on my YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Now the joke's on me. I did